Today is October 30th, 2009. It's around 9 a.m. and my house is going to be lifted. Yesterday the lifting beams were installed. What you see in front are the two main lifting beams. These are 60-foot long beams, and those two vertical black posts are hydraulic jacks. The hydraulic jacks are resting on these columns made by 8x8 wooden, they look like railway ties. So we'll look a little bit closer at the hydraulic jacks. There's a pair of them. And this is the truck with the hydraulic pump. So we'll take a look around the side. I'm replacing the beams in the floor so that I can reduce the number of columns. Right now I have 10 columns in the basement. I'm going to cut that down to 4. So in order to replace the beams, these smaller beams have been inserted. These two here are telescopic. They're basically a smaller square beam that slides into a larger square beam. Well, this is not telescopic. And I have a fourth beam here under my back porch. So you see how these cross beams are sitting on the main lifting beams, and it's the two big lifting beams that are lifted with the hydraulic jacks. So if you're living in the Montreal area, this is the name of the company, Choquette and Courchade. That's Mr. Denis Choquette. He's a bit camera shy, but he knows exactly what he's doing when it comes to lifting houses. Okay, you see they've already raised the house about a foot. Every time they raise the house, they add more wooden blocks to each of the lifting columns. This is a bit of a surprise. Looks like when they lift it, they don't lift the whole house level. They lift one side by maybe 8 inches, and then I guess they'll lift the other, and they'll alternate that way. It's a good thing that when I prepared my house, I have a lot of high bookcases, 6-shelf bookcases, so what I did is I removed the books from the upper 6 shelves and placed them in boxes on the floor in front of the bookcase. So I suppose if I hadn't have done that, I would have had a lot of books on the floor by now. That's my electrical service entrance, which they had to cut. Notice how the windows are still here. The beams that go into the side, they don't go all the way through to the other end of the house. Ah, it's moving. It's going up. Ooh. This is my back porch here. I was told if there was any structural damage to the house, the most likely place would be this back porch. That's my fuse box, which is attached to the floor, so it's being lifted up with the rest of the house. This indentation is for one of my existing main beams, of which you see the end of one of them here. These are the beams that I'm going to be replacing. There's another one behind this little piece of stucco. Oh, seem to be lowering the house a bit. They're probably leveling the house. Actually, they're probably supposed to lift it evenly. That's where they're at.